Hello friends, welcome in. It is Friday. I have the day off work, so I thought it would be fun to do a 24-hour reading challenge. The last time I did one of these was, I want to say back in like January or February, and I was not successful. I took like a 5-hour nap and I was hanging out with my friends, so we definitely spent a lot of times yapping and not a lot of times reading. But this time I'm determined. I'm feeling pretty good. We'll just have to see what happens. I have my large blended Rebel. I got a midnight add lime and a sour shot. This should like definitely keep me going for like, I don't know, good 90% of the day. And then let's go ahead and run through my TBR. I also have some waffles to help add fuel. Anywho, for my TBR, I have The Way of Kings, obviously, still reading this. I have told myself though that I think I'm going to allow myself 5 hours of reading this max. I don't want to get burnt out on it, but I do want to read as much as possible. So my starting point is I'm on page 295. So I'm hoping in 5 hours maybe I can get into the 500s or 600s. So maybe read like that much. That would put me over the halfway mark. So would really love to read this. The next book that's kind of on my like must read this 24 hours list is I forgot the name all of a sudden. I saw Anxious People back here and it threw me off, but My Friends by Fredrik Backman. I have the audiobook on this, or like for this on Libby right now, so I think this would be a good one to kind of read this weekend. The rest of them are just kind of like if I have times based on the vibes. So if I'm craving a little romance, I've got Passion Project by Sperry. I'm pretty sure this is just a kind of shorter romance. Wow, the font in this is so large. Yeah, I think this will be a good one. I have some thoughts about this book that I can't share. And then I have another shorty. I have I Who Have Never Known Men. This is due at the library soon. Guys, I'm gonna be honest, I tried to read the first chapter of this and like literally couldn't get into it. But it's one of those that I want to read, but I think I might wait and see about this on audiobook. But I do have it just in case. And then another library hold that I have that is due soon is The Compound. This is also my book club's pick of the month. Yeah, I don't know, it's one of those books that I've pretty much heard nothing but bad things about though, so it's not making me super excited to dive into it, but alas. And then the last but not least, if I want to Kindle read, I think I'm leaning towards reading one of my arcs. The arc I have picked is The Princess Knight by Kate Jacobs. I believe she is a debut author. I follow her on Instagram, but isn't this cover just like literally so cutie? Can you see it? It's so cute. I really like it. I don't really remember a ton about it off the top of my head, but yeah, I'm trying to get better about reading my arcs. So this could be a good one when I need a little bit of Kindle time. I also have The Way of Kings on my Kindle and obviously tons of other books. I just dropped my Kindle right onto my Eggos. Guys, it is too early and it's literally only 9:15. Okay, actually the damage is really minimal. It just has some butter on it, but that's crazy. So, what I was saying, actually I don't even remember what I was gonna say. I think I was gonna say I have obviously some other Kindle books and other arcs I need to read if the Princess Knight isn't speaking to me. I also obviously have a massive physical TBR I could choose from, so we've got lots of options. Oh, I think I was saying I have The Way of Kings also on Kindle, so if I really need some Kindle time, I can read it on there too. It is 9:15 though, it's a little too early for me, but we will power through. I think my plan is to start with The Way of Kings because it's the one I'm kind of the most excited about. And then maybe from there, I'll read a thriller. So maybe The Compound. But we're just gonna see where the vibes take us. because I also maybe have plans this afternoon. My friends really want to go swimming, so I might read at the pool. 24-hour readathons are so hard, guys. But anywho, I've got my timer queued up and ready to go. Let me get the Way of Kings ready so that I can start on time. Okay, we are ready. Are you ready? Okay, we're gonna do that thing. How do I make it rotate? There we go. Yeah, boys. I will report back. I'm about an hour in. I've read a little over 50 pages, I think. I am getting really sleepy though. I don't know what's wrong with me, if I'm being honest, but I've read about 50 pages. Like I said, we're about an hour in. I think I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to a thriller type book. Like, I think I might start The Compound next. I think, and that will wake me up a little bit. Also, I used a whole thing of tabs, so I bought like these little ones. So for size comparison, this is how much I've tabbed The Way of Kings so far, and I'm about halfway through a second one, so it's going crazy. But ooh, this tab is sticking out really far. Like I said, I'm getting sleepy for some reason, so I think I'm gonna switch to a thriller. I also need to charge my headphones, they're dying. So, anywho, just thought I'd update you. Okay, I'll be honest, I only read about 10 pages. I'm not vibing with it literally at all. So, I'm gonna put that down. I'm thinking I'm going to transition either to a different thriller or start Passion Project. Let's try Passion Project. I love this dedication. Okay, wait. Also, what an iconic first line. Okay, I'm only 3 pages into the Passion Project, but I'm already loving it literally so much more. They mentioned pasta carbonara, Mamma Mia 2, and then she said something else that really spoke to me. But yeah, I think switching to this was, in fact, the correct move. Just lost my place because I dropped it. Hello guys, I have about 19 and a half hours left. I will be so honest, I am so tired. It is almost 2 p.m. I just have to be real. I took like a 30-minute nap earlier. I didn't mean to. I was reading and I just stopped reading. I have an ambiance going on my TV. The vibes are vibing, like I'm having a good time. It's just I'm so tired. My brain just like, I feel like I need to get up and go on a walk or something. I'm about 78 pages into passion project so far. I'm really liking it, but it is kind of more sad than I thought it would be. I didn't realize, does it say this in the, yeah, so this isn't mentioned in the little blurb, so I won't say anything too much, but there's just a certain plot point that I didn't realize was in this book, and it's really sad. But yeah, like I said, I'm really enjoying it. I do think now that my headphones have had some time to charge, though, I'm going to switch back to The Way of Kings. I just think that is the book that's interesting me the most right now. Like I said, I'm enjoying this. I just am reading way slower than I want to be. It's really kind of annoying me. Like, obviously, I know I'm a slow reader, and there's nothing wrong with reading slow. It's just, I'm kind of ready for a little bit chaos, a little bit fast-paced chaos, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think I'm gonna go gather up my headphones. Might go on a walk now that they're charged, but I don't really have any audiobooks queued up. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm struggling. Low-key. Like I said, I'm having a lot of fun. I've read probably about a combined total of 150 pages so far between the 4-ish hours, but I'm ready to read some more. Honestly, what I could do is, I think I have a little bit of Spotify hours left. I could start listening to Passion Project a little bit and go maybe on a little walk. My husband just left to go get a haircut and hang out with our friends, so I have a little bit of time to myself. Yeah, maybe a walk would be good. Okay, I am going to be discussing spoilers for Passion Project. You can't even see the cover. I don't know why I'm holding this up, but if you don't want spoilers, skip ahead to this time. But anywho, okay, so I am at the part where Henry is joining Bennett at the wedding, and it's just making me so sad. She literally just was talking to her ex-boyfriend's mom about how, like, Sam, that's the ex, he's the love of her life, and she'll never get over him, and she'll never experience love that way again. And Henry walked up right as she was saying it. Oh, that's rough. I don't know where it's gonna go from here. I mean, obviously, I think she'll, like, apologize to Henry and make things better. And I'm glad she went to the wedding. I feel like she needed this for part of her healing. Like, I feel like she needed an Andy in her life again. That's her ex-boyfriend's sister, who used to be her best friend. But I'm feeling really bad for Henry. And I really genuinely think I only have about 40 pages left. So I'm like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? I don't know. I'm really hoping that her and Henry make up. This would be like the second or third act breakup. But anywho, yeah, I'm almost done. How many hours are left? We are down to 17 hours remaining of the readathon. Also, this is my chicken nugget pillow, so it's like the literal perfect neck rest. I love it. But yeah, I've got 17 hours remaining. I'm almost done with this. I think after this, I'm gonna go back to The Way of Kings for a little bit. The literal most annoying thing just happened to me. I have, I don't know, 20 pages left, like literally 3 chapters, and I'm out of Spotify hours. I was really enjoying the narrator for Passion Project, so I was enjoying my immersion read, but Spotify said, nah girl, you better read that ending with your eyeballs. So, catch me reading with my eyeballs, I guess. This book is so sad. debut. Like, oh my god. I've done 354 pages later and a couple tears shed. I'm done with my first book of the readathon. It's so good. I genuinely think it's gonna have to be a 5-star read. It made me so emotional, and I found it oddly relatable at times. It was so good. Okay, we are back to The Way of Kings. I don't know why, but reading this book is making me so tired. So, it is Alani time. I was lucky enough yesterday to find a, what's this flavor called? Witch's Brew? I'm so excited. Oh my god, guys, that smells so good. Oh yeah, I know. It's gonna hit. It's so good. When I first tried Witch's Brew, like 2 or 3 years ago, I'm pretty sure I drank a can hot, and I hated it. And so I gave up on it for like a year or two until my friend was like, Witch's Brew is arguably their best flavor. So I tried it again, I want to say last year for the first time in a while. But I tried a cold, crispy can. And let me tell y'all, the cold, crispy Witch's Brew Alani is elite. It tastes exactly like those popsicles from when we were all children. Actually, they still make them, but I feel like they were made more popular back in like 2014 kind of time frame. But it is so good. A caramel apple is like genuinely one of my favorite snacks in the whole world. So this tasting similar but not being like obnoxious about it is so good. But yeah, let's see. We got a little over 15 hours to go. This should help me power through. I think I'm gonna read, I don't know, maybe like 4 chapters. Ooh, actually I'm really close to part 3. So I think I might just read this until I get to part 3. And then I think from here I'm gonna switch either to My Friends or Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson. I kind of want to read My Friends, but I feel like after reading Passion Project, I need like a little emotional break. And I'm kind of in the mood for a thriller, which is why I'm thinking Not Quite Dead Yet. I was gonna maybe wait and read that in October, because it's like literally set on Halloween night. But I'm really itching to read it. I'll just be honest. Zoe. I will be honest, I took a like 2-hour break. I helped my husband make dinner, but alas, we are back and we are locked in, okay? Hello, little update. I have 12.5 hours left. I've read, I think it's at 126 total pages of The Way of Kings, so I'm gonna take a little break from that. I think I'm gonna switch over to My Friends by Fredrik Backman. I have a Library Libby audiobook hold ready for that, so let's dive in. Book would be beautiful because it's Fredrik Backman, so like duh. I've read one of his other books and I love his writing style. The way he talks is just so poetic. I've literally only read the first chapter and he has already said so many quotes that I want to underline. Like, I don't annotate super often except for The Way of Kings apparently, but I'm like itching to just underline literally every single quote. Like he said, I mean, this is kind of a spoiler, but not really. It's the literal first chapter. One of her friends commits suicide and everyone's like, oh, it's suicide. And she's like, no, She was murdered by reality. She was suffocated by the claustrophobia of being trapped on this planet. She died of being sad all the time. That's crazy. And then there was another one. But anywho, yeah, the point is, it's really beautiful so far. Also, look at the naked hardcover of the Barnes & Noble edition. That's so cool. But anywho, really enjoying this. We'll update you, obviously, as I keep reading. Okay, here's another line. It says, time is a strange concept once you've been abandoned. If you're 5 years old when your parents leave, the leaving didn't happen on one particular day. It happens every day. It never stops. This book is so good. It's going to rip my heart out. I already know it. I'm so excited. I have a confession. I have paused my timer. I am so tired, but I'm loving this book. It is so good, but that's part of why I kind of want to go to sleep. I think I only have about 2-ish hours of reading left, but I'm enjoying it enough that I want to be fully cognizant of what I'm reading. So I do think I'm gonna go ahead and do the pause your timer method. I wanted to do 24 hours straight, but I don't think I have it in me, to be honest. I probably could power through, but I'd rather just go to sleep and wake up early and do my 10 hours that I have remaining tomorrow. But yeah, so far, like I said, I'm loving this, but I don't want to sleep through it. I do technically have some Alani left, so like I could drink this and read more, but I feel like I'll get more out of it if I just take a little break, wake back up in the morning, hit continue, and do the dang thing tomorrow. So I think I'm gonna stick this in the fridge. It's probably down to like, yeah, I'd say it's down to like here. So I drank most of it. I also finished like 99% of my Dutch from this morning. And today I read a total of 698 pages, which is, I believe, more than I read literally all week, which is crazy. But yeah, I think it'll be worth it to pause it and come back to it later. So, hello friends, it is Saturday. I woke up this morning literally still exhausted, so I'll be honest, I still have 8.5 hours of my 24-hour reading challenge to do. I should have just powered through last night. I was thinking about this morning, like when I woke up. I am so tired, and I feel like I would have, like now, because of the way I'm tired, I don't really want to do this last 8 hours. Like I've literally just been napping and watching YouTube all morning / day. It's like literally 4:30 p.m. now, but anywho, so I feel like it would have been better to just power through last night. That being said, I did read for a little bit today. I've read this much, so from this to here, of My Friends. I'm still really liking it, but it did kind of take a turn I wasn't expecting. Like the plot in the second half, like I don't really see where the plot's going, but I like it. Like I'm really enjoying this. I'm just also kind of confused. Like I said, I don't know how it's gonna end. Like I don't know what's left. I think I have about an hour and a half left of the audiobook to listen to. But yeah, I'll be honest, I'm really excited to finish this because I'm itching to get back into the Way of Kings. I am like embarrassed that it's taking me this long to read this, but I'm also like really trying to take my time with it. And obviously I'm tabbing a lot. I'm trying to like really truly, you know, grasp this, I guess. Like I don't want to just rush through it because this is a long book. Like I've already read almost 500 pages. That's like 2 romance books almost. So, but yeah, I'm just trying to take my time with it. I want to read it faster because I'm worried I'll start forgetting stuff, but I also want to digest it. So who knows? We have plans here with some friends at 5 p.m. so I do need to go get ready for that. And then I think once we get home, I might try to do the rest of my 8 hours tonight, or like at least as much as I can, and then I might have to realistically finish tomorrow. I don't know what happened to me, guys. I should have just done the 24 all at once. Oh. Anywho, that's real life. Also, the book of the month bookmark I got this month was so funny. It says the original read receipt. I died. But yeah, that's the update. I will hopefully read some more and I can update you guys later, but just in case I don't, obviously I'll update again. Morning, friends. It is Sunday. I think in my last clip I talked about how I had plans with my friends last night. We stayed over there till 4 a.m. playing this card game. It was so much fun, but I am now a complete, new level of tired. Like, I can feel it in my bones. I could actually die. But I'm just gonna be honest. It is 11:35 a.m. on Sunday, and I still have 8.5 hours to go. I do not anticipate being able to finish the whole 8 hours if I'm being honest. But you know what? Maybe the 24-hour readathon was the friends we made along the way. Speaking of my friends, I do think, however, though, that I'll be able to finish this today, so I think I'll just read the remainder of this, and I'll call that good for my 24-hour readathon. I would love to do the remaining 8 hours, but I have to be realistic, and I have some real people stuff I need to attend to today. And also, I am so exhausted, like I said, and I genuinely think that if I try to read for 8 hours straight today, it's just not gonna happen. And you know what? That's okay. I am a little disappointed that I didn't finish my 24 hours fully, but I did read a ton, which was technically my goal of the 24-hour readathon. I wanted to read as much of my TBR as possible, so I did accomplish that. It's just I didn't necessarily meet the timer length, but you know what? There are going to be other weekends in the future that we can try this challenge again. I would recommend doing this. I thought it was really fun. My advice, though, I would try to do the 24 in one sitting. I also think, I don't know, I almost feel like you'd be more successful if you started at nighttime, so start at 7 p.m. for example, but take a nap during the day leading up to it, because I feel like having a majority of your chunk be throughout the night is really hard. I read, 9 a.m. through 9 p.m. fine, but around 9 p.m. my body was like, okay, it's bedtime. But I think if I did the opposite, if I, started at nighttime and pushed through until the following nighttime, I think it'd be easier to trick my brain into thinking, oh, it's only 5 p.m. I can stay up, So that's my thoughts, I guess. But yeah, I am so tired, guys. Oh my goodness. I did read 2 full books, though, I think, once I finish this. So that'll be exciting, because I finished My Friends and Passion Project. And hypothetically, if I did read the extra 8 hours, I do think I'd have time that I could start and finish one more. But like I said, I do have some stuff I need to do today, so I guess we'll just have to see. I do think I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here, though, because in the off chance I don't actually read today, I don't want to pull out my camera again just to update what I didn't read. So, anywho, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a little bit of fun watching me struggle to read for a whole 24 hours. I really had a lot of fun, and like I said, I definitely will be doing this challenge again. I think in the future I might do it in the way some other YouTubers do it, where I do a 12-hour day and a 12-hour day. I do think that would be easier, but then, see, the thing is with that one, you have to have 2 free days. I feel like with the 24 hours, you only have to have 1, because then you could sleep afterwards for like a little bit. I don't know. We'll see what I do, but thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to catch you in the next one.